G'day folks, welcome back to No Man's Sky. We're still exploring these red systems towards the end of the previous episode, and we still haven't really found good loot, unfortunately, so I'm thinking we're going to be doing a bit of a pivot in this episode so we can look at other stuff. And initially I thought maybe we could just focus on constructing some new warp drives, but well, we've, just done quite a bit at a cadmium system, so I'm thinking maybe we pause that for a second. We'll come back to warp drives later, and then we'll look at the industrial surveying. I think we might even need industrial surveying done before we even, consider building those warp drives, because perhaps there might be some materials that we don't have access to until we actually do a bit more refining and surveying. So that's the plan. Obviously there's a few other things that we need to do in between as well, such as fleet expeditions and also settlement woes. Obviously there are decisions to be made, etc., etc. We also might still have one more chart here. I wonder if I should just simply use that up and hope for the best. But anyway, we'll drop down here and we'll just, gather up a reward, because I don't really want to waste the chart, obviously. So let's get to it. Okay, and we just need that, and we should be good. Okay, let's take a look at this thing. I think this is just a trading thing, so nothing too special there. While we're doing all of this, it's probably a good idea just to continue processing all this slime that we have, so we can continue to try and make nanites passively. Yeah, let's get that started. Alright, good times. Let's jump into the ship and then let's sort of decide on where to go next. I do still have that one chart, right? So might be worthwhile just having a look at one of the other planets and using the charts on it. Let's go to the greenish one. We got aggressive sentinels on this planet though, which is obviously a problem. And I still haven't exactly had the chance to mine any cadmium. Despite me, trying to land near some cadmium. Hasn't exactly happened for us. Okay, we almost went into the water there. There must be some kind of a storm happening right now. Very poor visibility. Is that? Can't seem to scan that one. Size of the waves here. Crazy. I'm sort of just kind of curious to dive into this planet's, you know, underwater area just to see how deep it might go. Half light. Okay. Gives you salt. So we're still taking a radiation hit down here. But the water doesn't seem to be going too deep, so I thought perhaps maybe this is one of those planets with deeper oceans, but okay, we're here to use the chart anyway, so let's use it. Hopefully we get something decent. Got a observatory. Okay. We'll make it out there. We'll see what we can find. Extreme atmospheric decay. Whatever that means exactly.
Warning. Sentinel drones activated. Weather update. Storm clearing.
We might as well stay in here, right? Because, might not be able to follow us inside. But now we're actually left with quite a few of these sentinels in our vicinity. They might just simply become alerted as soon as we leave. Alright, let's check out what's going on here. Images of shattered sentinels are displayed like trophies on this terminal screen. Seems the observatory's former overseer had a penchant for hunting these machines. Perhaps their time would have been better spent monitoring incoming beacons like the one that flashes on a monitor before me. If I can enter the correct access code, perhaps I can discover where it originated from. Oh no, one of these things. I'm horrible at these. 4634. Hang on. 6344, okay. 3446. So 4463? The observatory hums into life as the location of a new world is displayed on the screen. Okay. It might be taking us somewhere. Oh, there's a trade spot there as well. Wasn't expecting that to be so close. And then, yeah, it seems like there's an ancient ruin there. I mean... Sure, we'll learn, like, words and stuff. So we may as well.
Warning. Sentinel drones activated. Hostile scan detected.
Okay. We'll need to fight our way out, though. That's fine. Let's do it. Anomaly detected. What? Hyperspace navigation station. What the hell is this? Incoming message. What the... Okay. Don't know what that means exactly. Could this be the highlight? Maybe. I really have no idea what this is. But I suppose we should just get a little bit closer and interact with it, so... Unless it's going to take us, like, somewhere completely random. Okay. Or do we need to go in from this side and then it'll shoot us off somewhere else? I'm not getting any, like, automated, like, docking procedures or anything like that. What the hell is this thing? Can we shoot at it? It doesn't seem to be taking any damage. Okay, I have no idea what's going on here, guys. Let me take a look at the log. Is there anything new? No. Alright, let's not worry about it so much. I am gonna leave it, just because there doesn't seem to be anything I can interact with here. Unless maybe I'm just simply not ready for the encounter. Happy for people to, you know, leave some comments about it as well. So, if we ever come across it again, hopefully I'll be ready. And yeah, I'm not entirely sure if I have seen any comments about those derelict ships that we've occasionally come across, but I did a little bit of reading on that, and apparently, this is just, you know, me sort of skimming through, but there might not actually be anything you can do at those derelict ships. It's literally just a, I don't know, some kind of point of interest that I guess for some people might be interesting. Again, there seems to be some sort of like cargo spaces there that you could potentially bust into. Hopefully the next time we come back there, I'd be, you know, in a Corvette, and we can actually jump out and do like an EVA to try and land onto the ship. And we can maybe have a look at what kind of loot it gives us, but so far, it seems the consensus is that it's not really anything. Which, I don't know why they would have it in the game in that case. Okay, is that everything? Did hit that one. We hit that one. I think it's maybe just the two, and then this one. Strange writings from upon the stone, revealing secrets from the time of the Viking ancients. How I understand them, I do not know. Herc foresaw the weakness of the Viking warrior kind. The star ascent of our noble race was blocked by the weak-minded sentinels. 9 times ninefold, Herc commanded, we would have our vengeance, and dash the metal demons against the rocks of damnation. I think if we do knowledge of the past, we'll just get another buried reward. Let's do language, so we get additional words. And was that the last thing? I think so, right? So we've now used up all of the charts that we had, so let's drop in more slime here. If I can bloody find it. Jeez. Can't say this is the most pleasant planet. Alright. So. Now that that's all done, I think what we would want to do is to head back to the station and head back to both our fleet and the settlement. We'll do what needs to be done over there initially. I can't remember if I managed to get all of the exosuit upgrades and stuff here. I have not. we'll have a chat about upgrades. So, thermal protection. So, this is nice, but I just don't know if it's something that I'm going to need to charge constantly, or if it's something else. Movement module, that would be nice.
Product received.
Shield module.
Product received.
Let's see if we can install these things. Alright, good. And thermal protection. Alright, shift that over there. Yeah, again, it seems like something that you would have to charge. I wonder if there's a way to know before you buy the thing whether or not it's something that's going to need recharging, or whether or not it's something that gives you like a permanent flat buff, if that makes sense. Anyway, do we also want to take a look at upgrades for other things? Multi-tool upgrade, for instance. No S classes here. I might leave it for the time being. Also, we've got stuff to do anyway. Let's refocus.
Units received.
Let's start with the fleet. And then we'll go to the settlement after. So we didn't have any ships contact us about any critical damage, which is good. So I might sort of do a similar thing with the next expedition, just to make sure that we're not, you know, dealing with damaged ships constantly. Not a lot of rewards, but a few extra units doesn't hurt. Alright, so I think we do the Voyage of Discovery. And we just simply add all three. Good times. Alright. Now that that's done, let's go to our settlement. Oh, that debt looks a little bit scary, doesn't it? 2.5 mil. Alright. Decisions. Debrief the settlement expedition. The citizen expedition has returned safely to the settlement. They sought information about a former overseer who fled to a nearby cave. Their mission was a grand success, and they willingly share the things they have found. Claim the proceeds, 181 nanites, or donate expedition proceeds. Let's try to settle the debt. Hopefully people might actually be a little bit happier with that. so that's all done. We do need to decide on a building upgrade, so got more fireworks happening there. Not entirely sure what we're celebrating, but we'll take it. Okay, good times. Assuming I can upgrade it a second time, we need organic catalysts. I have no idea what that is. So maybe we want to look at some of the other homes. See if we can upgrade those, or whatever this building is, actually. A warehouse. 9 ion batteries. What are we missing? We're missing some cobalt. Alright. Let's do that. Can this building be upgraded as well? B class. With 150 nanites. That's very easy to do. But I kind of want to do the other one. So let's just see if we can gather up some cobalt. So our fleet should have some. Oh, that's not a lot at all. Okay. I could probably... like, just mine some cobalt, or I could buy some from somewhere. How much is needed? Yeah, okay. It's not a lot, so... but, yeah, it's definitely not enough. Do we have any pilots in the area willing to trade? Oh, there goes one. There's... okay, he's gone. Guys! Stop leaving when I just need to speak to you. Alright. No more ships coming in. All good. I think we can fetch it ourselves, to be honest. Haven't been to cave areas in a while, so we may as well. So I might actually do that in the settlement, or near the settlement. Hopefully there are actually some cave systems nearby. Yeah, this stuff might be the cave biome. Yeah, actually there is a cave right here. Humming sacks. I forget what humming sacks do, actually. Oh yeah, okay. We get these pearls from it.
Toxic protection falling. Units received.
So we are being observed by some of these sentinels, so I just want to make sure that we're not going to get into trouble. So I think it might not be able to see us from up above there, so should be all good.
Toxins detected.
Okay, we might have enough by now. So let's just see if we can craft what we need and just make sure. Okay. Let's do the upgrade. There we go. That's probably going to take an hour or an hour and a half, so we won't worry about that for now. And I think we've done all of the admin-y stuff, right? So let's have a look at industrial surveying. Industrial units include the electromagnetic generator and the mineral and gas extractors. These advanced modules are capable of generating endless free power and resources if sited correctly. Finding the correct site relies on using the survey device. Learn new construction blueprints from the construction research station from the anomaly.
Toxic protection falling.
So it's none of these two. Survey device. I don't think we have it, so I don't know if this is something that I should have done, like, ages ago. Probably. Anyway, here we are. Speak with Iteration Helios to learn salvage opportunities. Each week they will provide a free emergency signal scan. What? Isn't that the thing that we use to get to derelicts? Maybe. Helios. I'll have a chat with him. But after this, though. So... must be in here somewhere. Oxygen harvester. Medium refiner. Wonder Project? What? Is it within this submenu, I wonder? One sec. Finding the correct site relies on using the survey device. Survey device. Where are you? Automated trap. A fishing device, okay. I don't want to use up my salvage data unnecessarily, that's the thing. And we just have a whole bunch of decorations here, which I do want to get into eventually, but electric generator, is it here somewhere? God, alright. I don't see it, guys. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, guys, we've been looking through this research station, but actually it is something that you install with the visor, or it's an upgrade to the visor. So I don't really understand why we're getting the icon pointing us in that direction when we really need to speak to this guy to get it. So there it is, survey device. 320 nanites, easy. Quantum computers, magnetic resonators are needed for this, so we shall do all of that. And I guess I need to reserve a spot for it, right? So it'll probably go here. Wait a second. But I've already got one, so what's the deal there? Install a survey device, but I have one. Why is it asking for another one? Have I not installed this one? I'm more than happy to dismantle it and then just like simply make it to then clear this quest. Craft a quantum computer, purchase a wiring loom. Yeah, we need 2 of those. Magnetic resonators. So we don't get all of the items back, I guess. We just need a wiring loom, I think. Quantum computer. Don't I have one already?
Item received.
We've got the formula for it at least. You need 25 more chromatic metal. Then I need wiring looms. Okay. Right. There's some niggling things in this game which can be a little bit frustrating to deal with. I want to speak to this Helios. I'm pretty sure it's one of these people. Ares. Helios. Okay. Let's have a chat. Ah, young one. You who still roam the boundaries of this universe, how I envy you. My time out in reality has long passed, but I do miss it. Perhaps you might help an old soul. Share the things you've seen. Ask about derelict freighters. Ah, you heard. Yes, I have acquired an emergency signal scanner from a distant iteration. It is yours if you wish to see the fate of those past. Oh, brilliant. Okay, so we could probably just repeat that every so often, right? I couldn't remember what the entry said about how often you can potentially get one of these. Perhaps maybe once every 24 hours or once every... maybe even longer. Who knows? So I kind of need to get myself back to our fleet. And I'm gonna see if we can just simply purchase a wiring loom from there. And we also need some chromatic metal, I think. What? There's no wiring looms here? Come on. So wiring looms aren't always available in every system. Is that what we're saying? How about the chromatic metal, though? Yes, we do have chromatic metal. Trade terminals, space stations, complete installation. Okay. Why don't we go to a station then? Not the current one, because they're likely to have the same stuff, right? Assuming if we install a trade terminal on our freighter, it just picks up the same same things that it would, you know, normally sell you at a station. There we go. Alright. Lot of drama here to install this thing.
Technology installed.
Good times. Alright, so that seemed to have completed the first part. Learn an industrial unit. Industrial units include an electromagnetic generator, mineral and gas extractors. These advanced modules are capable of generating endless free power and resources, if sited correctly. Finding the correct site relies on using the survey device. Learn new construction blueprints from the construction research station. Electromagnetic generator. I suppose maybe I want to just go back to the anomaly in that case. We'll do that. Well, I kind of know what I want to do in the next episode, guys, now that we've got the signal device. I wonder if the difficulty of a derelict ship changes depending on which system you're in when you use the device. Probably does change, but I'm not really certain though. Alright, just quickly have a look here. We're looking for an electromagnetic charger or something like that. And it's so difficult to find anything here. Grab that, very least. Or gas extractor, right? Oh, here. Electromagnetic generator. When suitably placed in an area of high field strength, efficient electromagnetic dynamos are used to generate near limitless power. Locate appropriate sites with the surveying upgrade for the analysis visor. It doesn't look too difficult to try and get as well. What's this? Electrical cloaking unit. Device to enable a wireless aesthetic in habitable areas. Oh! Yeah, that'll be very useful. Alright. So that would make, you know, all the cable management a little bit easier. We want to also just go in with a mineral extractor and gas extractor. What's the difference between this and the one that we already have, though? Supply pipe. Supply depot. Maybe it extracts way more, or once you find a resource, I suppose, it'll just simply give you unlimited amounts of that resource rather than the previous version, which still, I guess, mines the resource, so to speak. Yeah, let's get this as well. And do we need a supply depot? Automated storage unit. Connect to a supply grid using pipelines. Automatically stores the output of various mineral and gas extractors, allowing for increased capacity and more efficient sitting, and be located a long distance from the extraction site. Alright, so I'm just sort of thinking about how this would all work. So assuming the mineral and the gas extractor would be sitting somewhere on the planet, you would then run those pipes all the way back to a base, which will have supply depots, and then you'll just be regularly picking up these, you know, minerals from the supply depot. I think. But I suppose we need to test all this stuff out. Alright, install the survey device. The device is an upgrade for the multi-tool analysis visor. It allows the discovery of planetary power and resource hotspots. Didn't we already install the survey device? I'm not understanding what's going on here. Why? Test the survey device. Land on a planet to begin survey. Goodness, alright. Different instructions on different pages. So, again, another niggling frustration, I suppose. Sometimes I wish the game would be a little bit more consistent with those sorts of things. So, we do need to land on a planet, apparently. Would we just want to do it where we've set up our first base? I mean, our first proper base, that is. So, I think we should do that. Darn, I feel like this entire episode has been really admin-y. Not a lot of exploration whatsoever. All good though. I think if we can get a lot of these things operating properly, I think we'll be in a very, very good position to not have to continually mine a whole bunch of stuff constantly, etc, etc. So we've got that paraffinium nearby. I wonder if it wouldn't be a bad test site for something. Or I guess maybe really depends on the analysis visor and the survey device. Activate the analysis visor, enable surveying with 1. Okay, right. Hotspot proximity. Search the terrain to uncover hotspots. Pinpointing its center allows a hotspot to be analyzed and tracked. Once analyzed, a hotspot marker can be pinned using E. Does actually tell you the proximity as well. So what are we looking for exactly? Reach the gas cloud and begin construction. Hotspot discovered. So are we saying this is the spot? Maybe. I see. So we've got different things that we can analyze. Gas survey. So this is a gas. We probably do need to note down where this is. So I'll just do a save beacon there initially, and then we can sort of come back to it and build a... it wouldn't be the atmosphere harvester, right? Okay. Oh, hang on. Oh, and that's it. Alright. I thought the quest would end once we place something down. And what happened to all of the stuff that I just researched, though? I thought we would be able to build all of that from here. Okay. Are we saying that this all needs to be housed within the base's proximity? It might be. So now I'm outside of the base's proximity, right? So would I want to set up a base computer? So we'll have like a couple of bases sort of back to back here. Let me try something else here. We've got power survey mode. No hotspot nearby. So, correct me if I'm wrong here, guys, but would it be best to build a base where you know that you're going to get some of these hotspots. I'm not really getting any power hotspots though. So I suppose maybe I should just return back to the gas hotspot. There is a hotspot for minerals though. Again, it seems pretty far away though from our base, so I'm gonna test things out with the gas, and yeah, this will be the spot. So I'll need to come back with some chromatic metal.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge. Life support power low. Technology recharge.
Chromatic metal, do we have any? Wouldn't be in that one. Possibly in this one. Possibly we don't have any. Do we have any copper? Gold. Alright, we might need to fetch some copper as well. One thing after the other. Pretty relentless, isn't it? Probably going to transfer that over here. It'd be nice if there was a search function. Just sort of trying to look for CU, but I don't see that in here. Some cobalt. What about in our own inventory? I don't think we've got any. Let me also just store a few other bits and pieces. Alright, copper. Shouldn't be too difficult to get to. We should have some copper waiting for us just back at our original starting planet. Just trying to remember which one has the copper. I think it's this one here.
Toxic protection falling.
It's a little bit further out, isn't it? No exocraft summoning station in the system. I thought we had the geobay here.
Technology recharge.
Okay, good. Chromatic metal, please.
Technology recharge.
So that'll probably take a while to process. Alright, so my take on it at the moment is that we do need to build a base computer in the location of where the resource might be. And then, and only then, can we then place an extractor of some kind. I do have the thing. I guess maybe I needed to summon the thing first. Yeah. Maybe. Alright. Well, we've got the copper that we need. Let's head back. I'm just looking at the timing here of the episode. I might also need to collect some materials for the actual extractor, and then I'll probably need materials for the pipes as well, right? Let me have a look at what that's all going to involve. So, gas extractor. We need more chromatic metal for that as well. And then, yeah, more for the mineral extractor. We might have enough. Actually, hang on. No, we don't have enough. So we're going to need to grab some more copper eventually before we can make the extractor. Alright, I'll tell you what, guys. This is probably a good place for us to call it an episode. When we come back, I think I'm going to continue on with learning how to use these extractors, connect them up to pipes and all that sort of stuff as well. And we'll see what kind of benefit we can get out of that. There was that very strange hyperspace thingo that we found. I have no idea what it did. Couldn't seem to interact with it in any way, shape, or form. So if you guys know anything about that, definitely leave some comments down below. We have another derelict freighter that we can try to visit. But maybe I shouldn't rush into that because I kind of want to, you know, learn about these, well, potential resources that we can get using these new things that we've learnt. So that'll be, you know, obviously the priority. Thanks for watching. Drop a like down below. Stay true. And I'll see you guys in the next one.